This footage was taken, I believe, also earlier today from some type of a defense expo. I'm sure you guys know all about these. They have them in DC all the time. And it just so happens that Israel was there selling, promoting their weapons, the weapons that we give them the money for. It's all interconnected. Well,
the Army Association, the Army Association.
So this was footage from that event, and this is very telling, and I can only hope that this is what essentially becomes the talking point that everyone should be using when they encounter anybody who's Israeli, as far as I'm concerned.
Sir, we're looking for the baby killing technology. Do you know where he has the baby killer? Do you have the latest baby killing technology, sir?
I just like the fact that he knows about the baby killing technology. Like he's the guy you want to talk to.
Yeah. I follow that guy on TikTok, and I've been following everyone. He's all over DC on Capitol Hill doing that every day. And he's been here at the Army Association doing that for the last couple of days.
Well, the look on that first guy's face was to say, yeah, that's a guy who's never been confronted before. So the fact that he had that, pissant look on his face was if to say, who in the hell are you? No, actually, it's a free country, and now you're never going to get a moment's peace ever again. Like, this will reverberate for a long time. I just hope it gets bigger and bigger. We'll continue.
We're trying to shred babies. You guys have the baby shredding tech? Baby shredding tech. You have the baby shredding tech, man? Excuse me, guys. We're looking for the baby killing technology. Do you have it? Sir, baby killing tech. We want to shred babies to bits. Can you help us? Guys, we're looking for the baby killing technology. Is this we heard this is the baby killing section? You have the baby shredding. They shred babies up to pieces? Sir, do you shred baby? Sir, don't touch my phone, sir. I don't care what you want, sir. I didn't ask what you want, sir.
He's lucky he didn't literally get his ass kicked. Because if anybody would have put their hands on me while I was doing that, it would not have ended well. He should know, you can't, he could film. He's in a public place. You could say, I don't want to be filmed, but he clearly grabbed his camera and shoved it at him. I'm like, no, it don't work that way. But baby killers is what every Israeli should hear for the rest of their lives. That's my opinion.
Whoa, not only that, us too. Remember I said, we're complicit. We're providing the weapons and the money. There's no way around it. If we didn't provide the money and the weapons, they couldn't do it. They would be done in about a week because they're already exhausting so many weapons right now.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that also speak to, as you both would attest, this is just a reflection of the fact that our government has been captured by corporate special interests, by the billionaire class. It's really that simple. Bill Ackman is a great example of just somebody who says, we're protecting Israel and you won't get elected again unless you do as I say. It really is just it's like a band of people that basically are pulling the strings. It's not that deep. As you've always said, it's like with Wasserman Schultz's support. It's a mile wide, but it's about an inch thick. It's really not that much. There is this sort of Knights of the Round Table group of people that are controlling everything. But it's really a question of, how much longer is it going to last? Because you're seeing it from all sides now. People are getting sick of it. And whether it has to do with the money factor, which I think does matter to people, even if they're not necessarily outright saying what they really think about Israel. Although there is a growing movement on the right that is in that camp, like they're just sick of this, because I think there is a libertarian bend that we've been talking about that's been growing on the right considerably. But I do believe that this public shaming of anybody who's Israeli and supports Israel, it should be done to everybody. I don't think it should be limited.
Let me mention this, and you're spot on. I'm working with people from all parties. I was on the phone today with Judge Napolitano today. On the phone with him. I'll probably end up on his podcast, and our politics are totally different. But we're in for the same cause here. And listen, as I stated earlier, this is the reason why I love coming on, podcasts like this, because I'm slowly seeing a change. And it's because of people like yourselves, because we can't get on the mainstream media. I had an editor reach out to me, and ABC News wanted to talk to me. But guess what? The Israeli lobby got to them, and the senior producer said, oh, no, we can't do that. And so we have to rely on to keep getting the word out. And let me just mention one other thing, people like yourself, Jen. I'm going to be in New York City on the 26th. You met these folks, Jose Vega and Diane Sayre. are going to be holding a big rally there. And Dennis Speed called me just before I came on because he wanted me to go on a podcast with him. I said, oh, no, I'm with Jen tonight. He said, give him a call. So either give him or Jose, if you have their numbers, a call. They want to talk to you, okay? And now let me just get back to something else I was going to mention too. But it takes, to get there, it takes independent people running against the establishment. It's not going to happen overnight, but we have to start now. People like Jose Vega, Diane Sayre, Jen. It starts with y'all and then going from there because it's going to take time.
It does take time. And having that patience virtue is not an easy thing to do, especially when so many people, innocent people, are being killed left and right every day. The thing that I find very disturbing as we are 2.5 weeks from tomorrow from Election Day is how many people, especially on the liberal side, want to pretend that this is not happening, that they actually, I mean, listen, I'm not supporting Donald Trump, but people talk about him like he's more dangerous than somebody like a Bibi Netanyahu or somebody like a Bill Gates. I try to remind people all the time that we have a very powerful fifth estate, or is it fourth estate? I can't remember, but whatever the media industrial complex is today, I think a lot of people are just waking up to that reality. And I do want to ask you, Dennis, in particular, obviously as a Black man who has seen a lot in this country, the shift to Trump from Black men in particular is very substantial. But Jen and I are of the mind that it isn't necessarily that they are supporting Trump, it's that it's a fuck you to the Democratic Party. Like, I think that that's what it's come to for a lot of them. And then eventually they will see a way into a different realm of politics that is away from the Democratic Party. For somebody that has seen a lot of shifts in the political arena, what do you assess is the reason why so many of them are gravitating over to Donald?
Well, let me just say this. I don't think they're necessarily gravitating toward, he has increased a bigger number, but you got to remember, Donald Trump was a rock star before he ran for president. I mean, he was in a lot of rap songs and so forth. And some people, just being misinformed, they see it. You remember when the stimulus checks went out during COVID, he put his name on there. Well, that really worked out, him putting his name on the checks. And also, there are some that believe in the, hey, I had more money in my pocket when, Trump was in the office. And so, yeah, but you got to understand one thing. Even in the Black community, most are not really confined to just a Democratic Party. As I tell folks, I don't mind a Black being a Republican, okay, if it meets your needs. But what I don't understand is somebody as insane as Trump, he is a dangerous man, okay? Now, amongst the Blacks also, it's not necessarily about Trump and the Black vote. Really, in our community, there's some that are mad at Kamala because of the fact, and they don't understand. But I tried to give her a break, but I can't for political reasons. An Israeli lobby, they're upset at her because they're still the innocent women and children that are being killed in Gaza, and she's not speaking out more forcefully. And that's when we play with politics. The so-called leaked letter by the SecDef and the Secretary of State said, "Oh, you got 30 days." Well, why 30 days? Why not now?
Yeah,
and so. I mean, yeah, she's losing some Blacks, and I will tell you, the Obama take, that backfired. Right? Okay, yeah, you were a president, but don't tell us and say, hey, let me say, when you talk about the Black community, I had some folks get upset at me because I say, hey, I'm going third party because you got to start somewhere. We got to get rid of the monopoly of the two-party system. I said, well, why now? Why now? I said, you got to start now. I said, do you realize if Jill Stein can get 5% of the vote, that opens it up for a third party to be able to get federal funding and to put them on the map. But it starts somewhere. So I'm not going to wait. It starts now.